10 years in this yard, and before that I was up in another little yard called New Rapride Stables. Actually, John Fean is now currently trained out there. Total 60 here. I've every gallop adjacent to me within a 5-minute trot from here. I've wood chip gallop, deep sand gallop, sand fibre gallops, and then wonderful grass gallops and peak gallops. Usually warm up to do a kilometre in the indoor ride, which is 5 or 6 rounds of it. That was put in, and Michael O'Brien put that in 40 years ago. And then we go out onto the Curragh and do wherever we're going. If we're going over to the Old Vic or whatever, we do it from there. But they all get turned out every day. That's, I think, every horse gets out in the paddock, and for the bit of pain of riding out and doing their gallop, they get a lot of love and attention from Dr. Grass. So much happier. It's easier to ride. They're a lot more relaxed. They like people coming near them because they're thinking they're either going to ride them or put them out in the paddock.
Building up to Irish Champions Weekend now, it's obviously one that's close to your heart. You had your first ever Group 1 winner here a few years ago now. How are the preparations going so far? Yeah,
the first Group 1 winner on the inaugural 2014. So it's 10 years ago now. I need to get another one, please, God. So, might be this week, but I have to try and aim to get another Group 1,
It surely won't be too long coming anyway. And you're targeting the Matron again this year quite heavily. You've got 3 in there now. I suppose to start off first with Jancis, how are her preparations going so far? She was pretty impressive running the Brownstown last time.
Yeah, she's good in the Brownstown. Look, she's very inexperienced. She's a lovely 3-year-old filly. Lucky to have her. She's coming on every run. She seems to like Leopardstown. That's the only place she's run. I like the way she went up the last day, because she was very relaxed in the parade ring. Sometimes when they run first time out and then you go the second day, they're a bit panicky, but she was very relaxed. So it's going to be a huge crowd on Champions Weekend on the day of on the Matron. So and you're always worried about that. But she took all the preliminaries well the last day, so another notch in her belt. So hopefully she'll take all that well, and whatever comes in the race comes in the race. But she'll have to improve again, obviously to step up. But she's going the right way, I think.
Yeah, she definitely has that upward profile, an exciting one to have in the yard. And how did that link come about with her owners? They're obviously big names in racing and breeding in South America.
Yeah, she was strange. This filly was meant to go to America, and she was in utero, and her mum wouldn't load onto the horse plane. So she came back and she boarded in Ballylynch, and I trained a few for Ballylynch, and I think between that, I was just lucky to get her, really.
And Vespertilio as well, you have in there. She was obviously second on the Matron this weekend last year and had a good run in the French Guineas at the start of this season as well. Is she going to head there too?
Yeah, no, she good runs early on in the year, and her last run wasn't great in France, so we just given her a little break since. She seems to be in great form again. She grew a little bit in length and a little bit. She was a late fall, so I just wonder was she doing that the wrong time of the year, really, and she seems in great form now again. So
your third entry in the race, Ocean Jewel, what are the plans for her?
I'm not sure about Ocean Jewel. We'll see what way it cuts up. They'll all do a little bit next Tuesday morning before we have to leave them in or take them out before 12 o'clock next Tuesday. But she's also entered in France on Arc Weekend in the foray, and I really think a straight mile doesn't suit her, but around the bend the mile will suit her, and she could run it. See what way the ground is too, because she needs a bit of ease in the ground, and that'll suit her better.
We'll wait and see on that one. So I suppose 3 exciting fillies to have in the yard in a way, and you're having a great season so far this year. Do you kind of set targets at the start of the season? Is it number of winners, quality of races? What would be a successful year for you?
Yeah, win bigger races. Try and better every horse you have in the place, and I have a lot of owner breeders with fillies, so try and get the fillies to win, and try and get a bit of black type for them is always my main aim with all the fillies. And if they're up to that, and try and keep them at whatever level and get them to win their maidens first, and then see where we go from there. But it's very competitive in Ireland, and if you win a maiden here with a filly or a colt, you get you get very well paid to go out foreign. So that's always a bonus too with some other horses.
You spoke earlier about your time in the GA, obviously a massive name in Kildare football. Was it always the intention when you finished up playing football to go training race horses? And is there anything you brought from that GA background into your training?
I never really intended. I was always doing the stud work, but I just kind of fell into training. Really, it's in the family, and I found it very easy and enjoyable. And I found the stud work quite boring, really. But I'm very lucky to. I'd say from my training in football really brought me that you have to be fit to compete, and. Lots of lads make excuses, and some horses make excuses as well, and you have to try and read their mind if they're making excuses or they genuinely can't go as fast, you know.
Speaking on your background, like your family are obviously steeped in action hunt racing, and you actually had a rare winner over the jumps recently yourself, party dress. Is it something you kind of want to tip away at, maybe quietly in the background, like would maybe a Cheltenham or a Grand National winner be one on your bucket list?
Oh, sure, look at it. It's everyone's dream to have a Cheltenham winner, but just too many injuries. You get attached to lovely national hunt horses, then they get a leg and you're a year down the road before you come back. It just breaks me heart looking at them, you know. And no, that the filly that ran in National Hunt was a fine big master craftsman filly, and she just took her time coming to hand. And the two ladies who own it are quite patient, being my wife and Susan Archdeacon. So they're told to be patient, so they're grand. And she's a great jumper. And she might win over fences before she wins over hurdles, actually, because she's such a good jumper, you know.
Let's switch back to the flat, I suppose. And you've got some great riders on your side here. Declan McDonough, you were mentioning, and Nathan Cross both come in. But Billy Lee, I guess, is a huge part of the team, and he's been with you for a long time. He must be a big part of the year, do you?
Billy's with me. He's with me 10, 12 years there, you know. And I kind of can understand his accent now. So it's taken a while, you know. But Billy's a great horseman first, and he's a great jockey as well, you know. And you're lucky to have him because I have a lot of fillies, and he's very patient on the fillies and quite kind on them, you know, which is great, you know.
And one last question before I finish up, Woody. Thanks very much for your time. Look, you scaled the heights as a trainer in Ireland, one of the top flat yards in the country. If you're going to give one piece of advice to a young trainer who was looking to start out, what would that be?
Don't give much credit, to be honest, you know. Look, try and be honest. You know, if a horse is no good, it's no good. If a horse is no good, it's not going to do you any benefit. And it's not going to, you know, you're going to fall out with your owners because you're going to be telling them things that aren't true. But, like, you know, enjoy it. You have to enjoy it. But and be fair to people. I think people like a bit of fairness and a bit of honesty. And after that, pay their bills.
Very good. Thanks very much, Rudy.
No problem.